just wanted to talk more about the topic that we spoke about before. I wanted to just expand on it, and we need to really get into it because this area is one that's going to really help us. The main thing that we have to keep in mind when we're dealing with these people, we're not dealing with a logical person. We're not dealing with people who have any emotions, right? They don't have any, not that they don't have any emotions, but they don't have any empathy. They're not able to put themselves in our shoes. And because of that, some of them enjoy, well, all of them, a lot of them manipulate, and some of them enjoy sort of causing us like pain via sort of confusion, chaos, because they want to get their supply, whether that be positive or negative, our reaction. So when we practice this in a game, what we're able to do is we have to kind of remind ourselves that we're dealing with people who have MPD or any cluster B personality disorder. So they're going to do what they do, if that makes sense. Like there's a story about the person who they're walking and they find a snake, and the snake is like half dead. You know that story? And they take the snake home, nurse the snake, feed it, patch the snake up, and then like a month later the snake becomes fully fit and bites them. Then they ask the snake, "Oh, why did you bite me? I helped you. I brought you back from the dead. You were nearly dead." And the snake goes, "Because I'm a snake." You know what I mean? That's what we do. We bite. So it's the same kind of thing with these characters, because they have these disorders and they think everybody thinks like them. We have to expect them to devalue us. We have to expect them to attempt to manipulate us, to attempt to get supply from us. So if we have this, my stomach, if we have this in a game, we're able to keep ourselves calm, present, keep ourselves from getting too emotionally involved with them or the outcome or with anything really, just to be able to be, we could say, stoic or indifferent or just calm, just try and be calm. And that comes with knowing that we don't have to explain ourselves. We don't have to defend ourselves. We don't have to prove anything. Like we can just literally believe that, you know, this is someone that's not right. And, you know, if you have to think about it, you can look at it like God knows the truth in all of this. So you get discarded, your reputation is shot, you are made to look a certain way. People are devaluing you on the street, in your neighborhood. People are stalking you, gang stalking you, stonewalling you, canceling on you, all these kind of things. But as long as you remain in your mind that, okay, look, yes, I had some of a role to play, but at the end of the day, you were the one that was actually a target of abuse. Because the way these people work, they kind of size us up, and they kind of feel, oh, this person's an empathic person, this person, they have self-reflection, they care, this is someone who I'm going to be able to get supply from. You know, like narcs do date narcs, but they know they can't get that same fuel, that same level of like same level of energy, attention, money, time, resources from their own type, because that person is for themselves, our person is for themselves. So they're trying to extract from each other. So it doesn't really work like the bigger narc kind of thing. So they do size us up, they stalk us, they figure out all of our weaknesses, they spy on us, they study us. I remember my narc relationship number 2, on the first or second, I think she asked me to look after my dog. I have a dog. So she started just watching my dog. So I would just see her when I would go to pick up the dog, blah, blah, blah. So she met me that way and speaking about me to people that I knew. And then afterwards, it led to her asking me to come with her to kind of like a weird Orthodox church from her country, which I was into that kind of thing. So she kind of like, so it was like, I was like, you start thinking, oh, this person is like, we're similar. This is like a person who's into this sort of thing that I would be into, but they're not. They literally mirror us. They're bullshit. They're just like, they're literally a black hole where there's nothing there. Like, and it's another thing is, I was just thinking this today, a lot of them, not just the fact that they don't have any personality, they're quite plain. There's no substance to them. Like there's nothing behind whatever the mask that they put on. I found that one of the trauma, I will make a video about that, but the trauma responses, because of the brain fog, I notice even with myself when I'm you just don't you're not the same afterwards. I don't want to get too much into that as well because I want us to remain on our healing path. I focus on the positives, but the energy and things just come back to you. I think there's a saying that cream always rises to the top. Like if you're on our side, we tend to sort ourselves out once we are able to starve these people and we move away from them and we sort of get our lives back on track. So we have to just focus on that, really focus on just getting everything back, and hopefully you can even go further than you were before. But now you got this knowledge, you're armed with the knowledge, so you're able to help other people. You're able to advise people when you see they're having problems, when you can see people doing push and pull games with them, trying to create trauma bonds or future faking or creating this Darvo. It doesn't really matter. What matters is that you're going to be in a position of strength afterwards. You've gone through this healing journey. But I know that it's not easy, and I actually nearly relapsed and broke no contact with one of them. Not with one of them, but one of someone, loose person that I had the thing with. But it's funny because there's also someone else that I kind of had a no contact regime with, but I was mainly grey rocking. But then I broke no contact. This is a non-intimate person, and yeah, I felt afterwards I didn't feel like I gave up too much, but there's still this. Anytime when you have this kind of unease when you meet someone or you speak to people, you sort of afterwards feel a bit funny. Yeah, they're just extracting from you. It's super weird, and it's funny because when you're in a moment where it's like your birthday or you're not working or you just have a moment of weakness, is when they pop up. It's literally just so they can just think, oh look, I'm higher than them, I'm better than them. It's very, very pathetic, to be honest with you. It's just not the way we think about things. We tend to be better or rank higher when we're not even trying. Like we've just been given certain things, but these things that we've been gifted with is for us to use. We can use our gifts to help ourselves and help people around us, help our community and help other people, because that's what it's there for. But it's not for people to extract us, to exploit us, to use us as a come up, which is always happening. That's why this information needs to get out. We have to they should teach mental health in schools, mental illnesses, cluster Bs and things, because there are people who end up marrying these reptiles or cretins, and they're in these marriages for like 40, 50 years and they have no clue. Just sort of up and down, breaking up. They break up with you the day before your wedding. They break up with you the day after your parent has passed away. They literally they don't care. Like these people are literally mentally, and the funny thing is, like I was watching this interview, and I can't remember the name, Bible Yusuf, Bamel Yusuf with Pierce Morgan. I'm talking about Israel and Palestine, And he said it in his interview. He said this. He said Israel. Oh, if I say that, they might block my video. I won't say it. But he made a point about what's going on over there, and he compared it to these topics. So it's very interesting. He's like a TV host. But yeah, we have to really get the word out, and we have to try and educate people about this stuff. But just know that when you're around a person and they make you second guess yourself, or they try and gaslight you or say something didn't happen when you know it did, you're probably dealing with a covert narc. Because the funny thing is, they actually use our empathy against us. They use the fact that we think back like, oh, did it happen? Is it me? Or like your self-reflection. They use that against us. So yes, take note of the detail. Don't let anyone fool you. Make notes if you have to. And if you can, just stay away from these people. They're an abomination, man. They're like an infection. It's a spirit. It's like Jezebel spirit. I need to talk about the Jezebel spirit, the Arab spirit. It literally, there's just so what that was. It's just like destroy. The devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Just exploit people. Like, they can't make their own energy. They can't make their own products. They can't make their own joy. They can't make their own money. They steal. They're dishonest. Your inheritance, they steal it. I've had literally everything that belongs to you, they just take it. Like, there's no rules. They don't follow the rules. They think that the rules don't apply to them. They think that they sit outside it. You go on a holiday with two friends. You go on holiday with a friend and his girlfriend, and you're there with your girlfriend, and you go to bed and they stay up, and the next day they're all acting all off, and it's like they might have had a threesome or something, and you're in the like dark of what happened, but at the time you don't know. But if they're all narcs, this is what they do. They get drunk, they have orgies, they just have sex all unprotected, they do all kinds of things. I'm not gonna act like I'm perfect. I've done like stuff as well, but they do things like without caring about like other people, or their manipulations or relationship or rules. Like, oh, I'm dating this person and you're dating. They'll just go and have a threesome, foursome, mix up. I remember there was a guy that was claiming he was a friend a long time ago as well. When I kept breaking up with two guys, breaking up with this girl, with number two, her and her friend met with two male friends of mine, and they were partying together. And then I think she came back, stayed at my house, and then went out with them. And then when she came back to my house, she couldn't find her belt. Like, she was like, did I leave my belt here? You see how these people are like, they're not very like, she probably did something with those two guys who were claiming to be friends of mine, with her friend done something and then left her belt at the guy's house, and then completely forgot about it. She didn't know where she left it. Seriously, they're on some next tip. If you've been discarded recently, like, I know it's hard, and I know it's like I hate that word, like pining, but you want them back. That's like a trauma bond. Like, my heart goes out to you. Just keep going, and believe me, in a weird way, not in a weird way, in a true way, it's a blessing that you're not with them. That they are literally a stain on humanity. It's a blessing that God pulled you out of that relationship. It's not good for you. You can't see it right now, but being with someone that's got a cluster B personality disorder, I think it's histrionic, antisocial, bipolar, and narcissistic. These disorders are no joke. These people are possessed. It's a possession, bro. It's a spiritual battle. I wouldn't wish being with one of those people on anyone. Like, if someone's like, I suffer with mental health like that, and it's good that they're aware of it. If they're getting help, great, but literally it's not worth it. Like, you need to chill out.